is going to be the Lucian. So we're going to pair up the Lucian Shen. Now remember, most people don't know that you don't necessarily need these buffing supports like a Nami.
It's not. I believe that Junja is in a brush down there hiding.
Oh, nice flash into the headbutt. Xiaoya has already dashed. He'll be forced to flash away. Crisp is going to dash out, get stunned on the back end, takes a lot of damage, but he's okay. But you know who's not okay? It's Xiaoshu up in the top side, and Tangyuan is going to be able to pick up first blood fairly easily on the dive.
This dive has to work on the cross map here.
All right, there's that headbutt. There's that pulverize. The flag and drag as well. And Vampire on the backside.
Not right. Their first items by the time, you know, and a little bit extra by the time that LGD cancel too. I think Hung's hungry for it.
I mean, I think that Xiaoshu should know that Hung is going to be in the area because of that turret shot taken by Bertle. It's flash for flash, and the Hound's pursuit, and there's nowhere for Xiaoshu to go.
Map, even because of his ult, he didn't even need it, to be honest. Hung didn't even need the ult, but it still helps. Yes, okay. Gala and Junja end up zoning Xiaoya away, and now this is a lead from the Corki that we can start to talk about, right? 800 gold lead on the Corki is something that JDG can use to win these fights now, because he'll get first item and second item much faster, and that will be a very strong spike from the Corki.
There are severe differences in these items, Jape. You will have a lot of opportunity, but Xiaoya wasn't in the mid lane, he was in the bot lane. It immediately gets punished for it. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, speaking of punished, it's Xiaoshu dying for the third time in 13 minutes.
Yeah, on one side we've got the Cataclysm, on the other side we've got the Ghoulie Wall. Both
means now not having to worry about what the evil snake lady is going to do could be a problem. Vampire going to go all in onto Bertle here. Teleports are coming in. Bertle trying to stay upright, but he will go down even with the shield from Crisp. So it's immediately a 5v4 that LGD are not willing to try.
Went in and killed Bertle. LGD kind of just watched. Maybe they could have gone for...
So you're not going to see it try to be leveraged for a potential dragon later, but just want to get this early gold into the rest of your carries. Try to lessen the gap between Gala and Xiaoya. Try to get Tangyuan going again. He's only up about 600 gold. We haven't really more chunks like that, and you will be very happy if you're the JDG 80 carry. Xiaoshu stuck under a turret. Equalizer on top of himself, flash for flash, and Bertle will be the one to finish off that kill.
Really well played. Xiaoya using the culling in mid. Won't kill the wave. They don't really have any objective lead like JDG do. Nothing that can, hold on. Is this a kill?
Oh yeah, they're going all in for him right now. Hunk did have to step out of turret range. And it's going to be Tangyuan flashing in to finish him off. You know, Jay Beto, I was just about to remark that I thought it was interesting with the way the lane swap shook out as we're seeing a dive here and Vampire stealing away the kill. Bertle trying to teleport his way out, gets knocked up by Junja. There are kills going all which way on the map right now, and in the end, it is a small goal.
By himself, this is a very big problem of Enchanterless Lucian, right? On one winning position, and it's Gala right now, and he is single-handedly... I was talking a bit earlier about, yeah, the value of the Jarvan in a game like this, because he can do so many things. Where did he go?
All right then. There is no value in the Jarvan right now.
I just killed him. I just killed him.
Because the observers weren't ready for it. We weren't ready for it. But maybe JDG is ready to fight against this Baron. 5,000 HP. Equalizer goes down. It's all on top of Bertle, doing a lot of damage. Good taunt down by Crisp. Gala well protected, and so is Hongq for the moment. But now they're going to make the turnaround happen. Exhaust goes down on the Tangyuan as Hongq is still very healthy. The turn is back onto the Baron, and Bertle is going to be shoved away. Baron's going to be secured by LGD. As Tangyuan goes in, he goes golden, and you know he's probably about to go down as the Twin Fangs sink into him. Very close, burning, very low, trying to get away, sidesteps, but the Twin Fangs get the job done regardless. It's Hongq picking up a shutdown.
Yeah, Hongq has to be the one to step up now.
With that big shield, Tangyuan's up for 15 seconds, and he doesn't have the teleport. This should be sole point for JDG. LGD, I'm a little disappointed in them. They're not utilizing their Baron in the side lanes for the moment. They instead decided to show up a 2,500 gold lead. Going to continue to utilize this Baron.
Able to get out with some nice moves, and Tangyuan not wanting to go too far forwards here. Junja wants his red buff though.
Red buff. Minute and 30 until objectives are up. We're fighting over the red buff. Tangyuan gets stunned up on the backside, but goes immediately in onto Hongq. Vampire trying to mark him, but not able to do so. Junja flashes over the wall, but falls. And now Gala's going to be the next target. He doesn't have a whole lot of places to go. He's forced to flash over the wall, but Xiaoshu gets cut off. That dark procession cuts off the rest of JDG. Equalizer goes down, getting some pretty good damage. Forces the flash out of Bertle, and Gala once more, and Gala gets it. Xiaoya up a little bit too far, and the Twin Fangs, the exhaust be damned, does not matter. JDG equalize the fight. It's a 2-for-2.
It was a great start to the fight from LGD. Tangyuan trying to solo kill Hongq gets
started up. JDG fading toward that mid side where LGD are going to have to fight out of the bottom side here. Hung already chunked out to about 60%, maybe 50% HP. Culling, not really going to do too much. Hongq a little low. Tangyuan getting in the middle of the pit, knocked up by Vampire, has been marked by him. Junja going to get tagged, half HP. Dragon secured by LGD as they take it away, but the rest of the fight could go JDG's way. They're stuck in the back of the pit, but fighting with the wall at their backs. Bertle is caught up on the backside with multiple members on top of him and a lot of damage to spare. Hung gets knocked up and immediately interrupted, and it's JDG
They're gonna try to end.
lose the objective, but win the fight with the teleports into the mid lane. This could be it, J-Bito. Those death timers are long.
Yep, Hongq and Gala do so much damage. Tangyuan goes in, dies. Xiaoya dies. Hung gets the steal like you said, but it's JDG with this bunker-style comp finally working to their advantage. Vampire so much CC for the interrupt, and out of nowhere, JDG will turn the game around and try to end.
I was going to ask if Crisp could hold for 10 more seconds, but he is burnt and crispy. Game 1 goes to JDG. It wasn't pretty, but if you're a Jindong Gaming fan, you will take it.
Yep, you can see Junja
going. It looks like he is going to be positioned up in that top side. Not too shocked there, up against that Renekton. So not going to have the jungle Mundo, but lane Mundo. A little bit of a warding mission done by Junja up on that top side. He's going to take care of that top crab, which should get him to level 6. Xiaoya taking all.
Well played, Xiaoya. Well played. And now Mundo down the bottom in the lane. Bot lane, sorry, pushing down the tower. Chris
with 3 grubs. Chris hooking to the wall. Junja gonna flash after him. Supreme Display of Talent lands, and that's gonna be first blood going over to the JDG jungler.
Yep, great champion to get this first blood as well. But like you mentioned,
have this damage early, because if you don't convert and you die,
let's see,
and don't get your cash out, just like he does there, it's worth it, baby. The problem is, Crisp dies on the backside. Hung will be able to retreat. Tangyuan showing up just to dissuade JDG.
Please come bot and mind control Hongq to walk forwards into Draven with flash up, don't flash. Now Xiaoya's dead.
He flashed the Supreme Display of Talent, and he is taken down. Supreme Display of Talent from Tangyuan missed, but they will be able to find Junja on the backside. It's Tangyuan picking up that kill. Teleport coming in here for Hongq just to keep the push going. Crisp is down here to match, so that teleport's not going to yield much but an auto attack onto the turret.
In a game like this, maybe you can try to one-shot this Draven, but Silas isn't getting one-shot.
Well, Dominus for Dominus here. The question is, how long is it going to take them to actually kill Xiaoshu? He will slice and dice, but the chase is on as Bertle burns the flash, and Bertle will pick up. JDG did not want that fight. They are the ones with all of their flashes up. Gala has flash, Hongq has flash. Junja will find the pick on the Hung, and it's Vampire who ends up claiming the kill. Teleport coming in. Here's Bertle. He's going to tank up a couple of tower shots. Looking for Gala. Lands that infected cleaver, but Xiaoya can't get close because the counter teleport is coming in for Xiaoshu. Meanwhile, up on the top side, Hongq with the stolen ultimate, taking his health down fairly low.
And a double storm there. But now Vampire's here. Tangyuan, I don't know if you live this.
There's big damage. He's going to try to use Vampire to get out. As that Kingslayer gets stunned up, knocked up, flashes over the wall, but Junja's going to stick on top of him and take him down. Now Xiaoshu going to try to deal with Crisp, who hooks the wall, is looking to escape. Gala maybe on the cutoff, but Bertle's going to try to zone him off. But Crisp can't really get too far away. He flashes, but Xiaoshu flashes after him. Here comes Hung to try to turn this one around. Xiaoya over on the side, and Xiaoshu is going to be just a cash-in for Xiaoya.
Yeah, not as big a cash in as the last one, but still nonetheless 1.1k with 4 kills now. LGD will get this dragon. That's a really nice boon for them to pick up. But Ginger is going to
continue if this JDG team wants to see success in split 3. Looking to see a little bit of success here in the mid turret, trying to avoid that pillar, and does so as the charge goes in. Crisp immediately getting taken out with the stolen Supreme Display of Talon, is able to take out Junja. Now the next target's going to be Xiaoshu, double stunned by Vampire, as Bertle will back off from there. It ends up being a 1-for-1 when the dust settles.
That is a massive chunk out of the lead that Junja had. Yes, he has 2 items, but he just dies to the ult. The stolen ult from Tongyuan.
Bertle low.
Not enough.
Will be able to heal up using that maximum dosage.
Yeah, this is what the Mundo does against mages. I feel like this is a bit of a...
Yeah, he is just fine for the moment. LGD going to take out the crowd first to be able to be aware of all the vision that's going down. Xiaoshu gets in the back. Junja going to make a big play. Finds people, but the stolen ultimate turns it around. Vampire low, goes down. Xiaoshu the next target, while Bertle is keeping the mages at bay. Hongq and Gala can do nothing as
can't get through him. LGD cement themselves.
Was so damn good, and unfortunately did not catch LGD's mid laner. And Tongyuan just doing his thing, making sure that this Sylas impact is known. Not exactly the most, the greatest Sylas game. We were talking about it. A couple of solid ultimates to steal.
Yeah, happens.
Should have had his team with him.
Is that the play there?
Here
blaming the team,
as they're going to push up here on this tier 2 turret and be able to knock it down with a little bit of help from the health bar of Bertle. Meanwhile, Tongyuan up a little too far here, slowed up, exhausted, flashes away. Meanwhile, LGD will just continue to push. JDG has sent nobody. Hongq is in the bottom lane, top inhibitor to half HP, and is going to allow the rest of LGD to just over 6,000. Not unfamiliar territory for JDG.
He's full health, by the way.
We have seen them come back from these, but I don't know if it's in the cards in this game, as Xiaoya will cash in once again, this time on Vampire. With winning a fight, that's at the bare minimum for JDG. We've seen LGD be forced into a disadvantageous dragon fight, and this time we're seeing it happen to JDG as the assassin Tongyuan gets the job done. He goes golden and still has a Supreme Display of Talent over on the backside. It's only going to land on the Xiaoshu, but that's all you need for the job to be done. LGD will knock down Hongq. The teleports will come into the top side for Dr. Mundo, and LGD will now turn back onto the dragon with a couple of members here just to make sure that Junja can't take it. Hong is going to push into the base. So is Xiaoya. The minions, the grubs, one last kill will go over to the mid laner of LGD, and Jay Beto, we are going to game 3.
Yep, we didn't need the Infernal Soul, we didn't need the Baron, all we needed was one more fight from LGD and a great flank from Taurus. However, I think the Sivir is the best choice, like you mentioned. Zaya's not too bad, gonna be the Zaya. Helps against the dive with the ult, but this is a time where I game.
They have invade pressure. All right, so it looks like Junja is going to start heading onto the camps here, onto that Gromp. Tongyuan doing whatever he can to keep Hongq away, taking him low. Hongq with a little bit of healing as he digged the level 3 down to the bot lane, and it's going to be first blood for Junja. He's going to take them in. Meanwhile, down on the bottom side, a recall happened. Xiaoya stuck under the turret, and it is just far too easy.
While Xiaoya has a couple of long swords, any fight will be terrifying for LGD.
Shockwave, it's still caught Tongyuan despite the flash. He's still alive. Hong on the backside takes out Vampire. It's a 1-for-1 for now, but Hong is going to look to chase down Hongq, unable to do so. So the first pair, we've seen JDG have these leads before. and be unable to close out the games. Think of their series against top Esports recently. Jinja hopping over the wall with the kick, and Bartle goes down to the auto attack from Xiaoshu. Teleport in from Xiaoshu, gonna look to shove this wave in. They're gonna look to make the dive happen onto Bartle because they know that Hung is no longer on the top side of the map. Hongq gonna put the ball on Vampire. The good ball carrying work will get the job done. It is Xiaoshu getting a second kill, up over 1,000 gold, and LGD have yet to respond. The opportunity might be here. The blast cone, it's hung over the wall to kick away, but it's the solar eclipse combo with the flash over the wall, and Junja will not survive.
At once, one in top, one in bot. As soon as Junja is
ready to cash in on, he's gonna cash in on a couple more plates, and Xiaoshu's gonna help out with those triple grubs. It might even be worth the death of Vampire here. It's going to be Hung picking up his third kill of the game, but it's Xiaoshu and Gala with their pockets up.
Where you go, you're probably dying, or at least not getting a kill. Gala
unleashed power.
Dies in mid.
There you go, Tongyuan, and now we're going to try to make a play on the top side. These chain lace crushers are going to reduce the CC, but that's not going to matter when you're publicly executed. An opportunity to do so. So JDG will be able to take their first dragon of the game, second overall. Flash for Vampire doesn't quite land, and the spell shield onto Hung means that he should survive, but Gala is going to force out his flash with the killer. Mana. Blue buff is going to be secured here by Junja. Gala and Vampire are going to try to walk in as Christmas marked. Teleport in the middle of everything is going to land. Here's the Jax. The lights are out. He's trying to get back onto this back line. They flash away from him, and they're trying to turn onto him, but Xiaoshu is forced to flash away. This is going to make sure the Herald goes over to JDG. Good scatter the weak, trying to keep JDG at arm's length. Crisp trying to hold the front line. He gets kicked away. They go in on the Hung. The shockwave doesn't quite land. Bartle gets the kill, and here could be the turn for LGD as Bartle's still alive. Crisp is low. The flash forward. Hongq gets the kill. He gets stunned up. It's a double kill for him, but there's a lot of damage coming out from the carries, but Xiaoya is the one who goes down. It's a Hongq.
Happy to give this.
Yeah, no worries there. Here we go. Nocturne ultimate down. That should just be enough to get the job done. Hongq goes down. It's Hung getting another kill. This Vampire's going to fly out of there. Junja going to be able to ward hop over the wall. And it is another quick pick for LGD. Hung is going great for the rest of LGD as teleport's going to be coming in from Bertle on the backside. Meanwhile, it's going to be answered by Xiaoshu into the pit. Dragon secured by Gala. There's a scatter of the week, and that means the shockwave is down immediately. LGD turn around. They know the cooldowns are there. Xiaoshu's got a big shield. Crypt's getting very low. He's forced to flash away. Lights are out. Hung ready to pick his spot, and he finds it onto Xiaoshu, but Xiaoshu's still alive, but finally go down as Bertle's in the backside, slicing everybody up. Xiaoya lives, but so do the rest of JDG. Tongyuan getting tagged as Hung is very low, but Xiaoya wants this fight, drops the ultimate down, but he can't kill Hongq. Gala with the cleanse, Gala with the plays, Gala's low, but Gala lives.
JDG win that fight out of pure mechanics. Baron in live.
Yeah, and this is getting ripped down, 6,000 and dropping. Hung does not have his ultimate. It's up in 5 seconds, and they cannot get in there, can LGD. It's going to be JDG securing that Baron and walking away. Xiaoshu went in, does force the flash out of Bertle.
Vampire's here.
Vampire looking to go in. The shockwave connects. Xiaoya drops the ultimate down and turns it around on a Vampire. So JDG denied a kill.
Yeah, they try with the combo again, but there's just not enough damage with this build from Hongq. He has
he's taking a recall to maybe equalize that. Mid turret going down. Wonderful comeback from a guy who, when the lights have shined brightest, he has been able to make plays. Crisp may have gone a little bit too deep. His ultimate did not connect, and they cannot save the support. So a little trigger happy, and he'll go down. Xiaoya, taken below half HP, forces that exhaust out, and JDG back on the offense.
Gala back to about a 1.3, maybe 1.4k lead. Point for JDG in 10 seconds, making a play on Bertle.
All right, they're gonna attack on public execution, not gonna land anywhere. He can't get out of the shockwave either. And JDG find another critical pick, and that means the dragon is theirs for sure. It's Soul Point and a 4,500 gold lead.
Crisp going in there, not finding the ult onto Vampire, and then the Zenith Blaze still hitting, going to the
You mentioned it's not possible if Chris doesn't go in as hang on. We have a member going golden here. It's Xiaohu who's trying to flash away, but they are really trying to run him down, and they will. It's Xiaoyu getting credit for the kill. Vampire might be the next target, and LGD are unable to continue their push.
Still back and forth.
The difference in this fight, 5,000, 4,000, getting lower as Hung wants to turn off the lights soon. Vampire coming in from the side, lights are out. Kick on Crisp is out. Are we getting a re-engage? No!
They got it.
An Infernal Soul secured. And look at Xiaoshu. Onto Crisp, takes him down. Xiaoya gets flashed off by Junja and goes down the shockwave. Not gonna land, but it will not matter. JDG still 5 members strong. Hongq wants to put the game away, and he takes out Tang Yuan. And they're gonna flash onto Hung, and he will drop 2. JDG, it was sloppy, it was gritty, but it is in the win column regardless. They will finish off Fertile, they will finish off LGD, and they will get back in the win column at 2 and 4.
Another tough win for JDG. LGD put up such a big fight at the end. It don't even matter because, like you said, it's in the win column and JDG will take that.
It's been 1,872.
Always get the best of rel angles where you have allies who can follow up with you and be dive buddies with you, and they don't have like a ranged support countering you down there. Rel's really good into the Nautilus.
So JackeyLove's going to have to be a little bit cautious with Perukia now healing just to get a little extra movement speed. Crash down connects. JackeyLove's flashing backwards to try to join his support, but it won't be enough distance generated. In this game currently resides.
Yeah, Perukia looking for some more aggressive plays down here. Just a slight chunk and trade of runes. Nothing too serious till JJ.
But JJ is here as well, and he knows that JackeyLove doesn't have a flash. Cataclysm immediately onto 2, and JJ is welcomed back with title. Top Esports going to respond by taking this Pentakills Dragon, but Edward Gaming, it's like Top Esports are hunting for something, clearing out some vision, and now Zhuo sends out the dredge line, depth charge onto JJ as well. The target immediately being Perukia, but he's still alive as the cease and desist going on to JJ as well. He finds the Cataclysm onto JackeyLove and traps the rest of the bot lane in there, but Tian's able to follow up with the Flash Vault Breaker and make it a 2-for-0 on Top Esports' side. Zuayan, they're already off to a good start, having that 700 gold lead. Top Esports start up this Dragon. Perukia tries to get in there, but JJ's going to be a little bit too late as it is a 2-0 lead in the Dragon department and going to be a little bit more in terms of kills. JJ gets one shot, but DDZ's here on the teleport. Zuayan matching it as well. This Gnar is stuck in a 1v5, not winning that one, as Bulldog now has to use the Realm Warp to escape. Top Esports able to take the Dragon and pick up a couple more kills.
Yeah, there goes the momentum, but Leave wants it back.
Oh, he flashes over the charm. He's looking to try to outplay this one, but he flies too close to the sun. Tian and Zhuo at the end of the day. Speaking of, Bulldog could be in some danger here as well. He's getting targeted here by Zuayan. Electro Harpoon going to overheat him, and Tian doesn't even have to use that cease and desist to go on a rampage and to extend Top Esports' lead.
Yeah, look at that damage coming in from Joyan down there, just completely blasting him with the Rumble overheat, and Tian over the top, picking up the Black Cleaver. Meanwhile, Zhuo just in no man's land. That's going to help as EDG here.
Dragon spawning in 2.5, and looks like Sooner might be the name of the game, as Cream is the focus of a play by Edward Gaming. Perukia with the flash Q, not going to hit as Cream gets away at just the right moment, but it might not matter though. Oh, he flashes away from the Cataclysm and makes sure that JJ's not able to do any damage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's going to be Leave once again taken out by JackeyLove and Tien. Infernal Soul looks at the play again though. Will be on to Zuayan, does not have his flash, but is able to use the equalizer and then go golden to try to buy some time. Tower taken down by ZDZ. Zuayan trying to get one back, but it will eventually fall. Kill credit goes over to the Gnar. ZDZ up to 2-1, but Top Esports now get to respond in the mid lane. They take down this tier 1 turret, while Cream is also pushing on the tier 2 down to the bottom lane.
Grapes, JJ might be a genius, because Joyan had this false sense of safety that his tower was going to protect him, but JJ left Joyan with a fake tower so they could dive him thereafter. Now Zhuo's in no man's land. This could be something on Perukia instead.
Another pick, but now it's Top Esports that are able to respond a little bit quicker. Tian and JackeyLove have been a very successful unit.
It's Top Esports who's going to be able to walk away scot-free with this one, putting them on Soul Point, but
the only prize that Edward Gaming will be able to generate here. But now with the reset coming through from Zhuo, Cream could still be in a little bit of trouble, as now in the mid lane, it's TN and
Not again.
JackieLove. Once again, the dynamic duo on to leave. That is his third death. All three of them have come in the mid lane way too overextended.
Yeah, the Vi is just having Leaves number. Tian and JackieLove just repeating the exact same play on repeat like a broken record, it feels like, into Leave. I mean, at least he's got the 2 items, but ever since he picked up those Gluttonous Griefs, he's only even gotten the 1 stack. It just has not been going nearly as well for Leave. How about Cream?
Yeah, responding onto Cream, who no longer has that Spirit Rush, and they will find a big shutdown.
Out of there.
ZDZ getting the big stack of cash. JJ flashing away from the equalizer, but the Arcane Comet will still connect, as Zoyan will now get on the board and will look for a little bit more onto ZDZ. Still Mega Gnar going to try to teleport out of this one, but the damage might just be a little bit too much. No, the Gnar will escape with his life, albeit barely. And that is nothing. As TN dashes forward, teleport coming in from Cream. And this will likely be the decisive fight for top esports if they're able to pull it off. Flag and Drag does miss, and JJ instantly gets deleted. Hit up at the charm and taken down by the Varus. TN in the back line looking for Leave, and Cream and him going in to a massive team fight to win. ZDZ's on the run on the backside already. A double kill for JackieLove, looking to make it a triple on the Bulldog, and he will. TN trying to finish off the final kill. Nars into the wall, but he still has his Guardian Angel. Cream comes in to finish it off. It is a 5-for-0 ace for top esports, and they obliterate the fight in the mid lane.
Out of the blue, top esports Cream here. As I said in the first stage of this draft, I actually thought that the one
hit by a charm, already losing 40% of his HP. Maybe a Realm Warp in to pull off a Miracle Steal. JJ has done a number of those before on Edward Gaming, but it's going to be a lot more difficult this time around. He already has the flash over the wall as TS peel off of the Baron and maybe even angle back in for Edward Gaming, but ZDZ gets hit up by the hook and immediately taken down. It's a double kill for Cream. Bulldog able to use the Realm Warp defensively to save at least 2 of those members, but top esports will simply make their way back. Been able to really increase his level.
Best champion with the huge lead that he has. He could go in at any moment. Probably gonna wait for the GA. I think it's only like maybe 30-40 seconds away, but sooner rather than later here, TS gonna come knocking on this front door at EDG, and I don't know if they're gonna be able to keep him back.
Yeah, still a minute and a half on this Baron buff, so top esports not really in any sort of rush. They're going to send another wave of empowered minions, and Dredgeline lands onto Perukia. He's going to get taken down instantaneously with Cream landing the final blow. Equalizer able to do a lot to take down the enemy support, but no longer at top esports' disposal. Cream dashes forward, does not hit the charm, and now here's the re-engage. JJ with the shutdown, finding the kill with the Cataclysm, but will get taken down in a trade as TN dashes forward to go unstoppable on this Vi. Mid lane tower
Round 2.
and inhibitor taken down as well. Top esports then a teleport in from Zoyan. They still want to try to end this game. ZDZ is mega, but only for a little bit longer. Finds the wall up, finds the Gnar back in, but sending the Rumble into the backline is definitely not a winning formula for EDG. It is top esports getting 2 more kills, looking to finish off this game in less than 30 minutes. It's Leave going down. Perukia back to the fountain, and a dominant game 1 win for TES to open up our series.
Top esports just absolutely coming out.
But there's still opportunities for them to swap over if you think that ZDZ would prefer to play the Mundo and JJ the Aatrox.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I'm not sure which staff to get involved. I mean, this is crazy here in the mid lane.
Yeah, reset here from JJ, which means that TN is going to be alone in his opportunity to try to take Bulldog down. Meanwhile, some fighting in the bottom lane has Leaves down very low. Relentless pursuit
Good
forward, but
flash.
JackieLove now is underleveled himself.
Dang.
First blood gonna get picked up by Leave as Edward Gaming once again get off
and the ignite.
Oh, now
Really good flash
even
from
more
Leave.
trouble as Perukia goes
dash.
forward onto him again. This time he has JJ by his side, and JackieLove is down once
Getting the Drake.
I'm not sure if that's a bug. Okay, no, Leave does have his flash at the dragon. It's started up by Edward Gaming. TN trying to get in there, but the smite is secured by the Dr. Mundo, and now the fight can break out in earnest. Leave throwing out the bouncing bombs, and Perukia on a flank, but he's going to get impaled by the Skarner and taken down by JackieLove, who gets top esports on the board.
Complete mistake from Perukia there, and complete huge play.
This is flash and barrier, but there's going to be soon 4 members of EDG down to try to here take a kill onto the Lucian. Satchel does not connect. JackieLove flashes away from the hookshot for Perukia. Still going to be able to follow. Ultra Mega Firebomb going down, and it is Leave to eventually finish off the kill. Top esports looking to respond though. TN Jumping forward with the Ixchel's impact, lands the Impale once again onto Perukia, and Zhuo gonna steal that kill away from his jungler to make it a 1-for-1.
It appeared a
Peyz'
bit of
hands leave once again has the keys to winning this game here for Edward Gaming.
this right now, but maybe he doesn't get to appreciate for much
Trying to
longer.
stay for the wave. Oh, that's the classic top lane experience, and Zwayan and Cream knew it. Ending up collapsing upon, man, Tien doing a lot of damage on the Bulldog, forcing the Syndra to flash away.
He missed.
Oh no. All right, well, it's going to take another wave for that tower to eventually get taken down, as now Top Esports going to be able to join. Meanwhile, Cream has now shoved the wave into Bulldog, and a flash over the Scatter the Week and pick up a solo kill. It'll be traded with the Unleashed power, and it's a 1-for-1 overall with both mid laners now out of the picture. JJ already had to pop that ulti, get a little bit of extra healing. Tien going to try to chase somebody down as well. JackeyLove flashes forward, looking for Perukia. Leave also playing very defensively at inner workings into the river right now. Bouncing bombs, doing a lot in terms of poke. Bulldog currently separated from the rest of the squad, though, as JackeyLove has been targeted by the Hextech ultimate. Perukia immediately, though, has to flash away as the culling will take him down, and the first casualty goes TS's way.
He's just going so early as Perukia that we should let Leave poke. He's on the Shadow Flame. He's so strong. How about Cream's position, though?
Yeah, the Arcane Storm, it's ticking away at Bulldog. He's not going to have to burn his flash, but now will be forced back to base. Dragon still not started up by either side, as Zwayan now has inner workings around the enemy blue buff. Going to take that Blast Cone, potentially no, just looking for JJ instead. Numbers advantage temporarily in the hands of Top Esports, but a teleport is coming in here for Bulldog, and Perukia is soon going to be back here from the Death Chamber. Still have the ulti available here for JJ. He can pop that maximum dosage, get back to full HP sooner rather than later. The Dragon's been started up by Top Esports at 4,000 HP. Bulldog trying to poke Tien out. Scatter the Week not connecting as Zwayan is on a flank. Already has a dominance popped and forced ZDZ the opposite way. Dragon going to get secured by TS, but now the fight can maybe go the other direction. ZDZ flashes in, finds a big Q3 on the JackeyLove, but the Lucian still will survive. Zwayan stuck in a 1v4 will be the trade as a 1-for-1 once again comes out with Edward Gaming not getting soul point.
Poetic and cinematic fights we see connected in the back line of the entirety of EDG. It's basically 4v1 for both teams, just completely fighting the enemy top lane. And we have Cream here.
JJ's gonna come on top of him and take him down. The Mundo goes up to 2-0, but he might be 2-1 sooner, as JackeyLove has the culling, looking to try to make a trade, but Perukia not gonna be able to find it either. It's a double kill here. Force him out of the picture, but it looks like right now it is still Edward Gaming's bottom laner that is feeling a little bit more confident here, as Perukia could get focused. Oh, he doesn't find a single target off of the hook shot, but he's still looking for JackeyLove with the ultimatum. ZDZ finds the kill, and it's a 1-for-0 so far. Cream uses the Protobelt to try to escape, and Zwayan is still massive with the dominance popped and his teleport shield. Gonna get hit by the tether, sent right back into 4 members of Edward Gaming, and a huge Scatter of the Week will take him down. Bulldog gets the kill credit, and it's a 2-for-0 in the bottom side river for Edward Gaming.
Into the backline. Let's keep an eye onto Zwayan here, and this Drake, and who's smiting it.
Tagging Perukia at the moment. ZDC getting pushed away by Cream with the Death Race. Tien trying to get into the pit right now with the Dragon at about half HP. JackeyLove with a double shot on JJ, but really not doing a ton on the Mundo just yet. Zwayan comes in, will be a 50-50 that is secured by the Skarner, and Top Esports denies soul point again. Ultimatum onto Zwayan, gets a big heal off the Call the Meek, but now has to flash away. ZDZ now popping the ultimate, trying to get in, but the Gravity Well is slowing him down. Edward Gaming have no way to get into the fight, and the re-engage will instead come from Tien on the Skarner. Forces the flash away from Bulldog as the Impale doesn't land, and Top Esports will get out without losing a single player, and also denying another Dragon from EDG.
Gosh, Tien must be
5
so...
more. And the towers always going to benefit a Ziggs feeling a bit confident in terms of their ability to look for these plays, as we see ultimates traded by Zwayan and ZDZ, but it's going to be a 2v1 quickly in Top Esports' favor. Ixchel's impact straight into the wall, and the Impale will land as well. ZDZ not long for this world, he'll dash away, but Zwayan will follow with the slice. Regain control around this mid lane tier 1. They should be able to get at least a couple of plates and maybe even more, as Bulldog is now getting focused down. Nice scatter onto Tien, but the damage is just too much, as Top Esports will dive between the 2 towers to take the enemy mid laner down.
This is where the composition really comes alive, is where the enemy team can't play under their mid tower. The mid tower is the most valuable thing in the world for a Ziggs. Not to be underestimated is the healing and shielding of Zhuo as well.
This is the scatter onto JackeyLove, and so will be forced about 40% HP as Top Esports will try to gain positioning into the Chemtech Dragon Pit. Perukia on a flank, potentially looking for an ultimatum onto a backline target, as TS instead look to try to focus the mid lane wave down to get some extra priority around the Drake. Teleport comes in from ZDZ. Perukia still hunting for some sort of angle, but now gets spotted out by the Scryer's Bloom. Jackie Love dashes on top of him, forces the blast cone away, and now he dashes over the wall looking to try to take the dragon down. JJ going to try to fool for another 50-50. This time he seals the deal and picks up Soul Point finally for Edward Gaming. The fight will not be good though, as Bulldog has already fallen to Zwayan, and ZDZ is left isolated in a 1v5. Q3 will buy some time, but TN eventually takes him down, losing the dragon but winning the fight is Top Esports as they're marching towards the Baron Pit.
Swen comes in with the Spirit Visage, and Bulldog just has no chance with him directly on top of him. Jackalep doing so much damage, spotting out Perukia there, almost just one-shotting him before much else happens. Now JJ
trying to take down JJ. The Mundo's tanky, but not tanky enough. Cream ends up taking the kill. They break open the mid lane tower, and yet another loss here on their schedule in the LPL Ascend group. Tier 2 tower in the bot lane will go down as the gold.
The tanks are actually so killable if this Lucian is able to get some uptime onto them. I know he's still Lucian at the end of the day, but LDR can do some magical things if he's applying that heal reduction from the Milio, but Tian
survive.
Almost gets unleashed power to death there. JJ holds on to the maximum dosage, but this is intense, Grapes. I mean, this siege is so hard to withstand.
Yep. And now the inhibitors are going to start to be focused down. Mega Inferno Bomb chunks Cream out, as the health bars aren't super pretty, but neither is it on JJ. Still has
that LDR
ability to pop the maximum.
I can't say I've ever seen a Mundo die because he underestimated his opponent, but JJ nearly did it.
Bulldog, he gets flashed upon by Tien, and the scatter only going to delay the inevitable. That's going to make things even more challenging now for his team. Top Esports pushing down mid. Zwayan be out of position a little bit, but still will be able to heal up a ton of damage. Jeje still waiting to proc the ulti, but Top Esports are slowly burning away the base of EDG. Tien looks forward. Jeje gonna have to get back to base or proc the ulti. Not gonna be able to do either seemingly, as the culling nearly chunks him out. Cream with the Arcane Storm will burn ZDZ down to half, as everybody on Edward Gaming is forced back to their fountain.
Baron is out here, so it's just a matter of does Top Esports stay? I mean, surely not. EDG might look to have to engage here. Not want to let them out scot-free and just keep their tempo. If they get these recalls off, life gets really hard.
The damage right now, he's tanky himself, as here comes the Crocodile. Dominus popped here by Zwayan, but the rest of EDG going to collapse upon him. The Renekton just does not die before Bulldog falls first. 1-for-1 with ZDZ now teleporting into the fray. Now has to try to get away. Flash is not over the wall and will get taken down by the double shot of Jackie Love. Leave is burning to the Arcane Storm.
Leave's alive.
But won't be finished off just yet. Jackie Love flashes forward, forces Jeje to do the same.
So
and now it is Edward Gaming on the run once more, with the Dragon certainly going to go Top Esports' way.
Like, that Aatrox didn't even have Death's Dance for that fight or something. He's just getting where they have the most gold in the game by far.
Now Jeje gonna feel the brunt of that here, as he pops the W, and the Grey Health gonna keep him healthy, at least for a little bit. Perukia hook shots defensively, and just some poke, no kills given over to Edward Gaming. Top Esports will retreat back to the Baron Pit. They still have Zwayan pushing in the bottom lane, so they'll just try to play the back and forth here as Jackie Love dashes forward onto Jeje. Maximum dosage has been popped. The ultimatum goes in, but a two-man impale from Tien will be able to stall the front line here of Edward Gaming. Jackie Love still getting chased down by ZDZ, but there's no flash available on the Aatrox, which means that Jackie Love can still just run circles around the top laner of EDG. Zwayan takes down Leave. JJ, the last remaining survivor and the defending world champion, going to be the only one left alive on his team. He will go down. It's an ace here for Top Esports, and they'll pick up their second straight 2-0 win.
EDG, many signs of life in this early game of both games, but it's just that mid or later stage of the game where they're just looking so mid. They got to lock in, especially in this mid lane. They got Bulldog. They got everything that you think they could need from this team, but Top East